Greetings, Vault Hunters all across the 6 galaxies. Welcome to the Bordercast. We are live at our usual time, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. I'm Mitsu.
And I'm Tessichka, bringing you all things Borderlands every week. Hi, guys. Welcome.
I'm back. Reporting live from the Great White North, where it's 2 p.m. Mountain Time, I think, actually. And for the next few weeks, this is where I will be. It really doesn't actually change much all that much, though. There are events galore happening. I apparently missed that in my travels, so we're going to break a little bit more of that down this week. And that's happening all the way to September, the best month of the year. This week's is a personal favorite event of mine, but we'll talk more about that in a bit.
Yeah, don't get too attached to this one, though. It's only staying around for a couple more days. This Thursday, there'll be a new event. We'll talk about which event shortly. And the team is growing. We have some new members to announce. I'm so excited about this because some of these people we've been talking to and talking about a bunch, and some we're hopefully going to have on the show and hopefully going to be talking to and hanging out with a bunch very soon. They're all very awesome. We will introduce them all to you guys shortly.
That's true. And this is something we've been looking forward to for some time. And I'm glad that we can finally talk about that. But who are they? You'll have to wait and see. As always, we want to take a minute to thank our new listeners on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, all those watching right now on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Steam, or later on the VOD on YouTube. And if you're enjoying the program, we would love for you to give us a big ol' like, follow, or favorite so Senpai will notice us.
Oh my goodness. Ongoing important stuff that's been going on. Guardian Takedown is out now. Borderlands Legendary Collection on Switch. Still happening. Still really, really awesome. DLC 3, Bounty of Blood is also out. The EchoCast Overload is the current event. So basically when you're watching streamers right now, hanging out on Twitch, anytime you watch, as long as you have your Shift account connected to your Twitch account, you can participate whenever a streamer opens a red or rare chest, and you are guaranteed to win an item. It's 100% win rate. So yes. Really, really cool, basically, no matter what, as long as you're there and as long as you're clicking on the thing or tapping on the thing via mobile. You can use the mobile extension also for this. You're going to get cool loot, cool bonus loot. Who doesn't like extra loot, right? Loot is amazing.
I wouldn't mind it at all. Which is why I'm glad that I'm able to kind of settle down for a little bit and play, which I'm excited for this coming week's event. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. But first, a lot of people were wondering, where was I this past week? Because it was a really big deal, but unfortunately I couldn't be here because I was traveling to, of all places, Canada. For those of you who don't know, my wife, Brofish, another streamer, just recently got partnered. Yay! She is a Canadian citizen. And some people say, oh, how did you get across the border? There's a global pandemic. What's going on? The Canadians were nice enough to allow people who are immediate family members of residents of the country of Canada and permanent citizens to cross the border so that they could be reconciled with their loved ones. And I haven't seen Brofish in the better part of 8 months now, until I got here, of course. And they were fortunate enough to let me cross the border and come and spend some time with my wife. And I feel great. Everybody in the airport was wearing their masks. Everybody on the airplanes were wearing their masks. We had a lot of good times on the airplane, actually. Everybody was super polite. The flight attendants, I remember on my second flight to Canada, the flight attendant said, your pilots today were Maverick and Goose. And for those of you who don't know, that is a Top Gun reference. So I had a very strong feeling while we were flying into Calgary, we were going to buzz the tower, which I don't know if we actually did, but that would have been a lot of fun. So that's where I was last week. I got a chance to watch as Tess and Tweety and Triple G got to hold everything down as I was en route, because I had landed by then but couldn't actually be a part of the program, sadly. But I got to see everybody do their thing, and I was very happy with the result. You guys did an amazing job, and thank you for holding down the fort for me while I was away.
I had amazing co-hosts, Tweety Expert and Triple G, both joined last week. If you guys want to check out that episode, it is available on VODs on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on all of the podcast platforms. There are a lot of them. We'll go through them all shortly also.
Yeah, we're everywhere, which is phenomenal. I love it. And the other thing that's nice is, for now, I do my sponsored streams typically on Mondays and Tuesdays. I'll be doing them on Fridays and Saturdays. So if you're looking for me on the Borderlands, on the Borderlands channel, you'll be able to find me on Fridays and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, right here as well on the Borderlands channel, where I forgot, and this kind of leads more into this past week. You're going to laugh at me, Tess.
Mhm.
I forgot to put all of my characters on a cloud save.
How? Doesn't
So-
it automatically cloud save?
So for the Borderlands show, what we do sometimes is we have to beta test things so that we play them early so that we have a stranglehold on what we're talking about for the show.
Mhm.
So if I'm playing that from home, I don't want that save to overlap the other save, right? Because if it overrides, the beta save could override the other saves. Because I almost had it happen once where it's like, do you want this to do it? Do you want that to do it? And I was like, uh-oh, this is a problem. So what I did is I turned off cloud saves for myself on my gaming computer and myself on my streaming computer. So if I need to do some research, I do it on the streaming computer. And if I need to do some actual gameplay, I do it on the gaming computer, thus keeping them separate and never risking any overlap between the two saves. But
Okay.
as a result of that, I don't have access to any of those files here. So I am playing a completely new Borderlands 3 fresh experience now. No Guardian ranks, no Guardian skills, nothing. No guns, no banked guns, no money.
Oh boy.
I am broke. I have nothing to my name, and I have to figure out how to play this game from scratch.
I mean, you're not the only one. There are lots of new people jumping into Borderlands every day, so
Every
you're
single
not
day.
alone, right?
No.
It's,
Yeah.
it's not that bad. I mean, okay. So, truth be told, I remember what it was like to start, and it was super fun and exciting. But when you're used to having all of the superpowered stuff, it is a little bit hard to go back to the beginning with nada. So I feel for you, friend. You could check out some of the builds, some of the save files and builds available from any of the Ultimate Vault Hunter episodes. All of the guests that we've had have put together some really incredible builds. There's another episode coming in a couple of days on Thursday. A certain psychotic wolf will be talking about a really awesome Moe's build that I'm so excited for you guys to see. Oh my God. I'm excited for you guys to see it. And I'm excited to finally play it. I've been playing it a little bit off stream just to kind of like get my feet wet now that I finally got the come on and slam perk, because I've been doing nothing but farming Guardian ranks for a little bit because I never farmed them. I just kind of was like, oh, I'll be okay without these, not realizing how much of a difference they make. And you need them. That's one Guardian perk that's kind of not totally necessary, but it does make the build really shine. So just a little sneak peek before Thursday. Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern is when the episode airs. So
That's
stay
right.
tuned for that.
You mentioned something interesting there. You said you were farming Guardian rank. What's your farming Guardian rank kind of situation like? Like, where do you go? What do you kill?
So there's two really good places. One is Slaughter Shaft.
Okay.
And if you have like an AFK Moe's build, thank you very much, Psychotic Wolf, or an AFK Zane build, thank you very much, Triple G. Thank you very much, seriously, to Thick Fillet, also, who's hanging out in our chat, because he brought up the other location, which is Scrap Trap. So in the first DLC, down in the crazy trash Atlantis pile of awesome. Yeah. We've got the crazy scrap trap of doom, that like massive scrap traps that come and attack you, and then the big scrap trap. You can farm that for so much experience, especially if you use a Borderlands Science Booster. It's another really, really good spot. So that's where I've been basically until the new event started. Once the new event started, I kind of felt like as a streamer, it was my job to open up as many red chests as possible. So I traveled all across the Borderlands to open up as many chests as I could, as quickly as I possibly could for people. So that's what I've been doing since the event started. But before that, getting my Guardian rank up there. Getting there, slowly but surely.
So it's funny you mentioned Scrap Trap. So one of the things that I was able to do this week, of course, I'm playing Flak again because I didn't have a chance to really fit, like, my Flak at home not finished yet, but I still want to practice playing Flack more. And now I've got this chance to kind of learn him from absolute zero all the way up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to do is I'm leveling a Flack right now again on stream, and I was crossing my fingers really hard, hoping of all places that I would get a lucky 7 while I was down in Scrap Trap.
Nice.
And lo and behold, first kill, there it is. What a gun. What I love this gun. And I know we probably talked about it a little bit way back when it first came out, but if you just got the game or you're not sure what the Lucky 7 is, the Lucky 7 is a Jacobs revolver that every time you reload, re-rolls what kind of abilities the gun has. Shots may be amped. If you get a 7, you might shoot out 7 shots every time. There's a rapid fire, one that determines elements, one that determines if it's explosive damage. And it can roll with all of those or none of those. And it's an amazing weapon, especially on Flack, who's a one-shot, one-kill kind of guy. You pull the trigger, kill something immediately, and then, you go in the fadeaway, boom, boom, boom. They're all dead, reload and see what you get. My only issue with it, and I know it's intentional, is so to tell you what actually rolls on it, and I love this, there are 5 little slot machines that will appear right above the gun every time you reload. And the only way you can see it is if you're not sprinting, because I sprint after I reload, and then it lifts the animation of the gun up here. So technically, it's like up here, which is beyond your character's vision range.
Interesting.
Which is like weird.
Yeah,
it's like weird. It doesn't appear like in something above an HUD or something like that. Anyway, so it only stays on for me like a quarter second. So you have about a quarter of a second to see what your role is and whether you want to just fire a shot and reload real quick if it's garbage. Or if you're like, oh man, I got 7-shot, rapid fire, amp shot, corrosive damage. All right, I guess I'm going to keep this one. Boom, 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 boom. And then kill everything. It's so much fun to use.
Interesting. I never really used that gun. I've gotten lots and lots and lots of drops of it, but it's not automatic, and I tend to steer away from non-automatic weapons just because I like shooting forever. It's just nice. But that's really crazy to have your element and your like ability change every time. That actually makes me want to try it out.
Shades
I
of
knew
the
this, but-
Chimera.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. That's a
Very
gun I can't
cool.
stop talking. Everybody knows that. I can't stop talking about it. For those of you who don't know, Borderlands 1, there was a gun, an Atlas revolver called the Chimera, and every shot had a chance to do a different elemental attack on it. It's just awesome. It is just an awesome gun that they never brought back in the games. Lucky 7's kind of the closest that we'll get, though. What are you doing this past week?
Well, like I said, mostly farming Guardian rank until the new event started, and then once the new event started, I've basically been running around to every single red chest I possibly could. I stream on the official Borderlands channel every Monday and Wednesday usually at 4 p.m. Eastern. Yesterday I streamed a little early because hurricane. Everything's fine. It honestly was really not that bad at all, but I just figured just to be safe before my power potentially went out, I should start a little early. Anyway, the stream was great. It was really, really fun to be able to just, give back to the community. So I tried to open all the red chests as quickly as I could with a really fun Moze build. Moze has kind of quickly become my main. I still love Amara. I really, really do. But I've been having so much fun with Moze lately. And I didn't realize when I originally played the game that she was Russian and I'm Russian. And so I just kind of am like, where have you been all my life? Why did I never play you before? She's really fun. The bear is really fun. Whether you use it or not, there's like so many amazing builds out there. Just wait till Thursday. Trust me, you'll understand. But even before I tried Psychotic Wolf's crazy build, I tried a build that Triple G had given me that was so much fun. And so I blame them both for getting me hooked. And I don't know who from Gearbox or 2K and or both was watching maybe and somehow figured this out that in the last month I've been playing nothing but Moze because she's so much fun. But they sent me a thing. I know it's a little early, but can I show the thing? I think it might be okay if I show the thing.
You know what? I think it's quite all right. You can show the thing. Oh, so in the pre-show, I thought it was sitting on the chair, but that's where your cat is. I thought you were going to grab your cat. Please continue.
Yes, they sent me my cat who's 16 years old and awesome.
Yes.
She is very, very awesome. And believe me when I say she could probably decimate everything in Borderlands amongst enemies and good guys alike. But no, they sent me this absolutely incredible figure of Moe's that I absolutely love. Like, huge thank you, huge thank you to Gearbox and 2K for sending me this. This is actually a figure you guys can buy. There's one of every Vault Hunter available at store.2k.com. But look at how cool she is. It's super detailed. Rob saw this and was like, whoa, that's really boss. I get why you like her.
Yeah.
So neat. So neat. I love it. I absolutely love it. Huge thank you, and definitely going to be sitting up here helping me out from now on.
I'm a little sad that I'm not home. Because if I was, then I'd pull out the Zane figure that I received a couple months back and be like, now we're twinsies.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. I think Jolt's got one actually very recently too. That was, I think it was Amara. It was Amara.
Cool.
It was Amara. Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah. And I think probably K6 will probably get one, and then other team members will also get one as time goes on. And they're cool. They're super great. And if you are a fan of the series, if you love cool action figures and stuff like that, store.2k.com, pick you up one because they're beautiful. They great centerpiece to any collection.
Definitely.
I love them. Yes. Oh man. So there were some hot fixes. Did you hear about that?
Yes. Some hot fixes applied, perhaps?
Yes. There it is. Sorry, I'm all frazzled from travel, so I didn't set it up properly. I'll make sure I do that next week. Yes, there were some hot fixes, and they are wonderful. As you know, as everybody knows, there is the anniversary celebration that is now in full swing. It started with the EchoCast overload, something that we have talked about extensively, with everybody getting very rich off of red chests that all players can utilize if you watch Twitch and love utilizing the EchoCast extension, whether you are a viewer or a streamer. That is live until August 6th, which is in 2 days. And from then, I believe the next one is bonus boss loot.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of events, but bonus boss loot, which means that most bosses have an increased chance to drop legendary loot, which is always awesome. I mean, like literally, the game is all about loot, so could not get much better.
Yeah, it's great because, especially for me, leveling up my flak, having nothing to go on. After I get to level 60, I can just sit and farm. My only thing that I'm kind of sad about right now is the Hellshock is like the new Herald. And the Hellshock got moved off of Gigamind, and I forget who it was too. Chat's going to yell at me with who it is in a second. But it was so much easier when it was Gigamind, and I could just go there and farm Gigamind over and over again, just get a Hellshock, and then like boost myself up to like Mayhem 6, and then boost myself up again to Mayhem 10.
Someone in the Splinterlands says Psychotic Wolf.
Yeah. I feel like it is somebody. I remember I had a conversation about it on my stream on Friday about it. So yeah, it's great. And then for everybody to be able to get all of that, it's really good too.
I'm looking for the tab with the spreadsheet, and I have too many tabs.
That's streamer life for those of you wondering. Yeah. It's always gonna be like that. So yeah, added rare chests from the Bounty of Blood campaign add-on to also respond to the rare chest EchoCast event, which is good, because that would feel really silly if they didn't. Increase the amount of loot dropped from Proving Ground bosses in Mayhem mode, which is pretty cool. Adjusted the rate in which legendaries were appearing in vending machines. They were appearing a little too much. I did manage to snag one early, though.
Yeah, I could see how that would have benefited you in particular with having not your saves, or not having your saves, grammar. But definitely it was a little bit too much. I feel like legendaries, that adjustment was necessary. The community at large pretty much completely agrees on that they should feel special, and so they can't just, happen all the time. Like when you see one in a vending machine, it should be like, whoa, legendary, awesome. And now it is.
Yeah. I noticed epics are really popular now in the item of the day, which is good. I think that's a great place for epics to be, where it's like a stopgap. Oh, I don't really have good guns right now. I didn't really have a legendary. Oh, this is a Jacob's gun. I'm playing flak, and it's in the item of the day. Cha-ching! But if it's a legendary every time, more often than not, especially on your early playthroughs, they're going to be really strong. It doesn't really matter what legendary it is. You can make anything happen with. Like, I use the monocle, which nobody winds up using later in the game. You make it work on that first playthrough and sometime in the second on flak, because it doesn't matter. Wherever you shoot, that's a crit. And what does the monocle do? Extra damage on crits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of flak, one of the other hotfixes was they adjusted the Beastmaster's Galactic Shadow skill to make enemies less likely to target the player over pets, which is really handy, especially if you're doing something like the crystals and Guardian Takedown and you want to send your pet over to draw all the enemies away from the crystals so you can stand there and activate it. Really, really, really handy. I've used both Moze and Zane for this. I'm sorry, mostly Zane for this, the clone, because the clone usually draws them away. But I've seen people playing with flak and using this, and it's so beneficial and awesome. And the last one was they applied textures to the Telezapper at the end of the level during where it all started in the Bounty of Blood campaign add-on content. Very cool. I still love that DLC so much. My latest Moze character that I've been trying out that Psychotic Wolf gave me. I'm getting my Moses confused because I have a few of them. But yeah, this one is from Psychotic Wolf. I have two favorites. One is from Psychotic Wolf and one is from Triple G. And actually, I have two from each person. Yeah, I get my Moses confused. Anyway, the one that I'm playing right now hasn't actually played through the DLC yet. So I'm going to be doing that sometime in the very near future. I think once this event ends, I'll probably do that because I really, really like getting stuff for the community. So I'm just going to keep doing red chests tomorrow, but during my sponsored stream. But after Thursday, when the boss loot event starts, I think I'll have to run through the DLC again. That'll be fun.
It'll be good. Yeah, there's the hot fixes seem to be addressing everything. I'm glad Moze is in a really good spot right now. It's the first time maybe since the game launched that she really felt like she was consistently powerful across a varied spectrum of builds and talents, which is exciting. It's super exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see what happens. I'm hoping it stays in this level of quality, I want to say, because I really, it feels like we are to a point now in Mayhem 2.0 where we were with Mayhem 1.0 right before we switched to Mayhem 2.0.
Yeah, it's in a really, really good place. I mean, I feel like the community overall is happy. There's definitely still things that people want to see, but they're having fun. I mean, I'm having fun. Everybody that I've talked to that's playing right now, my community, the community at large, seems to be having a really good time, just like farming for things, whatever they need, or helping their new friends that are getting into the game that like maybe bought the game a while back and never quite, got through Guardian Takedown, got through Mollywood Takedown, did the new DLC, stuff like that. We're playing and they're getting through it now, and it's super fun to kind of enjoy it with them. It's really fun to try new characters. I feel like before the recent changes, it was a little bit more of a risk, or a lot more, honestly, of a risk to do a new character, a different kind of character than what you would normally play, different play style, different builds. It was more of a risk, especially if you're kind of like me, where you figure out a thing to do and then you just do it over and over and over again and you get really used to it. It was very daunting to try to do new builds or try new things because like the thing that you had worked. And it was the only thing that you could think of that would work in sort of the higher difficulty situation. Now, so many more things are viable. It's much less risky to try new things, and that makes it so much more fun. It's awesome. So I think, I think the game is just in a good place, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, it's just, I wonder sometimes where we can go from here. What's the next improvement that the game can possibly make? We have a DLC at some point that's coming, DLC 4. We still don't really know much about it. Gearbox is playing this one really close to the chest. by this point in the development cycle, we would have already known a lot about what was going on, right? Like by this point, there was a Borderlands show. We talked about Bounty of Blood with Matt, who did a great job with Bounty of Blood, and all the new concepts that it introduced were super cool. But all we really know about this one is it involves the duality of Krieg's mind. That's it.
I
That's all we
am
got.
I am both excited and nervous about this DLC because I feel like it's going to be obviously really interesting, and I mean, just based on the DLC so far, it's going to be an incredible ride. But I'm kind of like, my heart is apprehensive because I'm like scared to see his reaction to what's happened to Maya. Like I don't want to see character. I don't like seeing characters I love in pain. Okay, and I am in pain from her loss still. So I'm like looking forward to it, but I'm also apprehensive, very apprehensive. So I
I
really hope that. I mean, I can't imagine it won't be kind of cathartic to go through that with him, because we all miss Maya. So having Krieg think about Maya will be cool in some ways.
It'll bring her back in a fashion, so that
Yeah.
part's pretty cool, because I can't see them doing this without having some sort of physical manifestation in Krieg's mind of Maya,
Yeah,
which
that's
means
true.
more Maya time.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
but how weird are they gonna get with this? Is it gonna be like he knows what's in the book?
Ooh.
Because the book, there's a book. Maya's got a book, and apparently the book is the script of the entire game. Because
That'd be cool.
The book tells her everything that's going to happen in the game. Ava's going to become a siren. Well, how did you know that? How did you know? And it's the book. It's the book. So what is in the book? And so what if Krieg knows? And that's, maybe we're like piecing together his fractured psychosis because he sat down with her and once read the book, and we need the information of what is in the book. Oh my God, what if that's actually it? What if I literally just called the DLC? Oh my God.
We're
Rewrite the whole
just
thing.
to clarify, this is all pure speculation. We don't actually know
It is.
anything.
No, we don't. But like, I feel that that's where you could go with it, right?
It would be cool. It would be interesting. Yeah. That would be.
Just
I want to know what's in the book, honestly. I also
What's
would
in the
love.
book?
I would love like a real replication of the book, like a Borderlands lore book, maybe
Mhm.
in the form of Maya's siren tome.
Yes.
Like maybe to be available from Gearbox Loot or store.2k.com. That would be so cool. Just saying, putting that out there. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Plus, it would be really cool to learn more lore and have it like written down. Then we could make some cool lore videos. That would be really awesome.
I'm gonna ask- Oh no, please continue.
I love the story of Borderlands, the entire universe of Borderlands. I love all of the various stories, and it would be really, really, really cool to kind of get to know them on a deeper level like that.
Yes. Let me ask you a really dark question. Does Maya have a grave?
That's a good question. I mean, as far as we know, no. I mean, because it all
Right.
just happened, right? So
Yeah.
like maybe, and this again is pure speculation, but maybe in the DLC there's something like that, a place for us to go, like a memorial or something like that. Maybe.
I got it. I know the name. You're gonna love this. It's a place where they have to bury every siren. Ready? The Tomb of the Silent Siren.
Interesting.
It brings us back to Athenas. Athenas is where they're supposed, because that's like the siren nexus point. So imagine if there was like a tomb, like you have something under St. Paul's Cathedral in the Vatican, where it's like you have to go underground and then you see the bodies of all previous sirens. Not all, but like the ones that they could bury in the vault, right?
Yeah.
How crazy would that be?
It'd be pretty cool. It'd be kind of cool. I mean, a place to go to remember her would be awesome. If it happened to be on Athenas, which we love, and I think a lot of the community wish there were more of, there was more of, that would be amazing too. Just saying. Just putting that out there.
The first place that was created over the course of Borderlands 3, but was also the last finished. That little bit of information will stick with me forever.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, I want to say, I think that was from a very early Borderlands show. I think it was an interview with either Randy, or Anthony, and I can't remember who it was specifically. But they mentioned that Athenas was the first to be created, but the last to be finished as a result. So it's just a fun little tidbit of things that we know. Yeah.
That's really, really cool. So just a reminder, you guys, there are a whole bunch of events happening before the DLC. We don't actually know exactly when the DLC is dropping, but we have a bunch of events coming until September, like through the rest of the summer until September. So bonus boss loot starts this Thursday. Most bosses have an increased chance to drop legendary loot. And then the following week will be Loot Monster Mayhem, increased spawn rates for loot variant enemies. That one will be cool. Show Me the Iridium, increased Iridium drops.
So I'm sorry, I'm sure you probably know the answer for this one. With Loot Monster Mayhem, is that specifically like loot tanks, like the ones where they have the little backpacks, they drop it?
I'm guessing that's what that means.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that's what that means, because increased spawn rates for loot variant enemies. So like we have more loot versions of enemies.
Yes.
Right.
I just wanted to make sure that I was understanding that correctly, because the way it's worded is a little nebulous, and I'm just trying to figure out if that specifically pertains to like little loot tanks that, the ones that run away and then they try and jump in the little portal, and if you kill them,
you gotta kill them and get their backpack fast.
Yes. The backpack that I did not open the first couple times I killed those enemies way back in LA.
Same.
And got that's right, you did it too.
I didn't know, and chat was like, Tess, get the backpack, and I was like, what backpack? I don't know what's happening. Loot goblins, yes, they're amazing, and they have a lot of good stuff.
How did chat know?
Chat's
nobody had played the game yet.
Chat's genius. I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but chat is basically the most genius of all. Yeah, they know all. Chat always knows. This is exactly right. So the next event after that one is Show Me the Iridium, increased Iridium drops and Iridium item discounts. So one thing to note is we now have some significant Iridium sinks, and this is going to be even more so an Iridium sink. In the previous week's patch, they updated the the gun that you get from Typhon de Leon. My brain, I'm sorry. And it now, you can basically spend Iridium to get legendaries out of that gun, which is really cool. And you can also get mission rewards from the veteran rewards vending machine for Iridium for all of the missions throughout the game, which is really cool. It just means that you can get like level appropriate versions of your guns, better rolls, whatever you need, stuff like that, which is really nice. So getting more Iridium, probably by the time August 20th rolls around, we're all going to be like, need Iridium, give. So that'll be really awesome.
I bet you didn't expect to actually have to use the Iridium Fabricator again, or as I like to call it, the gun. But guess what? Now it's got an alternate firing option. When you use it, you get a legendary. Maybe you get 3. Who knows? Depends on your luck. For me, I got Meshuggah, but that's okay. I'm still Typhon de Leon.
So good. Oh my God.
I love him.
Yes.
What is it? Didn't we talk about how I really wanted there to be a platforming action adventure game starring Typhon de Leon? Did we talk about that on stream once?
I don't, maybe? I'm not sure.
I think it was in a previous episode. I know I'm getting off track real quick, but Gearbox, if you're listening and you want to try a new genre, Borderlands, Typhon de Leon. He uses the whip, and it's a platforming action adventure game where he goes around opening the vaults for the first time.
That would be really cool.
Right?
That would be really cool. For sure.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Please continue. Now, I just had to get that out there in the world and hope that it happened.
It would be nice. It would also be really, really incredible to play Borderlands Science on our phones. Just saying. please.
Yes.
It'd be so amazing. Oh my God, I would play it literally all day, every day. Okay, so the following week after Show Me the Iridium, my favorite of all of these events, and I think many of our collective Borderlands community favorite, I think it's going to be like the best week ever. This is August 27th until September 3rd. So literally writing off the month of August, coming into the month of September. Kind of like a birthday present because my birthday's in September. So thank you, Gearbox, in advance. All
You too?
easy. Yep. All easy modifiers in Mayhem mode. So no more postmortem, no more chain gang, no more any of that stuff. Just easy, fun modifiers like the giant heads or the grenade one, or grenadier, I think it's called, where all of the grenades have more damage, or the really, really, really speedy one, Speed Demon. Really good, really fun modifiers. I think this week is going to be a total blast, and I'm very much excited, very, very much looking forward to it. And
Okay, all the modifiers are only easy modifiers, correct?
yes, all easy modifiers.
Does that mean it's only one modifier and it's easy? Or at Mayhem 10, is it 4 easy modifiers?
I hope it's 4 easy modifiers. I don't know. We don't know, and that's a good question, and we'll pass that along and hopefully get that answered. But I hope it's 4 in Mayhem 10 because that would be hilarious.
Exactly. How great would that be? People's builds would go through the roof that week.
Yeah. Yeah, it would
my
be insane. It would literally be insane and hilarious, and I could just see the total actual mayhem that will happen, and it'll be incredible. I'm so psyched, so excited for this. It's going to be insane. So the following week, starting September 3rd, Making It Rain, enemies drop more in-game cash. I'm wondering if there's going to be some kind of greater sink for the cash sometime around then. This is, again, pure speculation, but I mean, there's still technically a sink of the SDUs. I'm so sorry, my brain today.
Okay.
The SDUs are definitely a significant cash sink, of course. But then kind of once you get them all, where do you spend your cash, right? For the Borderlands Science loot, like boosters, you get Borderlands Science points, right? Which is awesome, and I definitely recommend using them, especially if you're farming anything in particular. They're very helpful. For where do we spend our money? Because besides SDUs, there's not really a whole lot to spend on. Well, there are legendaries in the vending machines now, so that is one thing. So maybe they're expecting us to spend a lot on that, and then we'll need more monies by that point. That's cool. So we'll see. Maybe there'll be more SDUs in the future. That would be so awesome. Thank you so much if that's the case. Just speculating, just guessing.
Guns and vending machines also, I mean, they don't sell for very much.
It's true.
I can't imagine them being bought for very much either. So unless the quality of that gun is real high and the money value is high to compensate as well, I can't see me really sinking too much money into farming vending machines, if you will. And now the rate of that is lowered as well, which is, of course, what it needs to be. But it can still be frustrating sometimes. So you're right. SDUs is what needs to be the money sink. And it'll be great for new players too, because new players, for me, I'm playing this flak right now. I have no money and I have no guns that I can sell for quick cash from my other characters, so I can just like cheese all my SDUs. So everything is just the cycle of me having to get money and actually use that money on things. I feel like I'm actually playing the game from the ground up again, which is a nice feeling.
Yeah,
it is a nice feeling.
It's pretty amazing. And definitely there are new people playing the game. There's new people jumping in every day and coming into our streams and asking us questions. And we love seeing that. We love hearing that. Definitely feel free to reach out to us on Twitter, you guys, at Tess Games for me, at Mitsu Show for Mitsu. Definitely come into our sponsored streams or any of the streamers on the directory, on the Borderlands directory on Twitch. There's a ton of seriously incredible people. And can we do it? Can we do it? Can we welcome some new teammates
All right,
on the
I'm gonna
growing?
take 2. You take 2.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, there's 5. Okay. I'll take 2, you take 2, and then we'll flip a coin and figure out who gets the last one. Or something. We'll figure it out. Anyway, this is something that I personally and Tess and I as a team have been waiting for an extremely long time.
Yes.
The Borderlands stream team is growing. And as a result of the stream team growing, it is growing beyond just a streaming team. It is the Borderlands content creation team. And this affords new opportunities for more people to come and join the team. Which means the following people will now be part of the Borderlands content creation team, starting with my boy, Moxie. Yay! I'm very happy about that, yes.
Seriously, Moxie's amazing. He is one of the new creators that have kind of come out of the woodwork and totally stolen the show. He's amazing. He's very, very knowledgeable. We've had him on Ultimate Vault Hunter, that incredible Mara build. Amazing broadcaster, amazing YouTuber also. Definitely make sure you guys go check him out on both YouTube and Twitch. Moxsy. He is a rock star. He's an actual rock star. So definitely make sure you go say hi to him, you guys. We're very, very happy to welcome him to the team.
I was very when I remember we've kind of been working on this for some time, and he was one of the people that we floated. We're constantly talking about these kinds of things, and we'll talk about this a lot more about how we actually go through the process of this in a little bit, because the entire point of this team is to continue growing and expanding on it and find more people that are good fits for the team. But we'll get to that in a minute. It was just so exciting to know that he was such he was a slam dunk. An absolute slam dunk of a choice for this team. And he's just a stand-up human being. If you're unfamiliar with him, make yourself familiar with him very quickly. You will find that he is one of the most positive, energetic, and fun people to be around. I love that man. He is amazing. So, you want to do the next one?
Sure. So this is more of a YouTube content creator, a really knowledgeable and talented and awesome, fun YouTube content creator. We'd love to welcome Glitching Queen to the team. Very cool lady. You guys, I'm sure, will get to know her over the foreseeable future. Hopefully we can have her on Bordercast or maybe Ultimate Vault Hunter. That would be really nice to see. So
one, the other, and or both. I would actually love both. So I guess I should, I'll break this down a little bit. All of these people that we're talking about, I have every full intention of asking them to come on the program within the next couple of weeks, because I can't think of anything better for them as a welcoming onto the team officially than to have them come back. Although we've had Moxie on a few times already, but I mean, what's one more time, I suppose, within the past couple of weeks, which, I mean, that actually leads us into our next one. But just to touch on Glitching Queen before we talk about our next one real quick, she is extremely knowledgeable. She knows how to break down games. She breaks down Borderlands in a great way. She reports on the news. She just knows her stuff. She's really funny to listen to. I've watched a couple of her videos. She does everything in a very educated and humorous way. And we can't wait to be working with her in a more official capacity as time goes on. Next one. Tess, I believe you had a co-host last week.
I did.
And one of them, if I recall correctly, might be the next addition to the team.
And I love her so much, and she's so awesome. Tweety expert, officially on the Borderlands team. Tweety, oh my goodness, seriously, one of the most amazing, like, sweetheart, fun, funny, knowledgeable, just awesome content creators. She streams on Twitch. She's just gotten started with YouTube, so definitely make sure to check her out. She's Tweety expert everywhere: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. It's impossible to get the name wrong. Tweety expert. It's so good, and she's so good, and I'm so proud and so incredibly excited to have her on the team. She's amazing. Thank you for joining us.
Tweety was another slam dunk. That from the moment I started talking to her, when we brought her on like a couple weeks back, maybe a month or two back now. I'm losing track of days again. When we brought her onto this show, I knew she had to be a part of this. I understood immediately why so many people spoke so highly of her in this community. She is positive, she is damn hilarious, and she is just a delight to be around all the time. You could go in, you could have a bad day, you could go in her stream, and she will make you have a great day. She will bend over backwards at some points to make you have a good day, because that's the kind of quality human being she is. And that's while playing a game where you're killing a whole bunch of people in psycho masks. That should tell you everything you need to know about Tweety Expert. Everything.
She's seriously hilarious and just really, really, really fun. So definitely, if you just need to be uplifted, go into her stream and you will have a good time. If you want a smile on your face, that's the place to go, no question.
I mean, she has little party favors, you know, like something like that. And you can't go wrong.
Yes, exactly.
You can't go wrong. Which brings us to the next one who has joined the team, a very fine gentleman that we've had both here on the Bordercast and of course on Ultimate Vault Hunters as well. A man who is in Zane in the membrane, as some of us like to say, which is a Zane brother near and dear to my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Thick Fillet is joining the team.
Yay! Thick Fillet is an incredible content creator, you guys. This is the person that brought you the math, okay, on Ultimate Vault Hunter. The epic, literally, when I was editing that video, I was trying to figure out how to present this like insane math equation that Thick Fillet explained to us while we were filming. And I got it into my Photoshop editor and I wrote it all out all nice and pretty. And then I was like, okay, I have to save this. And I'm saving the file and I'm trying to think of like what to call it so that I know exactly what it is, because I have a really big hard drive full of a lot of files. And so I decided to call it something very, very obvious. The giant, crazy, mind-blowing math equation. Literally, that's the name of it in my file. So, I mean, this is the man that explained it to us, that figured it out by literally trying every single thing in the game. One of the coolest things about Thick Fillet is that he will try anything and everything in this game to try and figure out how it works, to try to make things more fun. The Zane build that he showcased on Ultimate Vault Hunter is incredible to play. He's so fast and he's very, very powerful and he's very, very fun. And Thick Fillet is just constantly trying to try new things, constantly trying to figure out the game and invent new fun, crazy builds. And you guys should definitely check out his channel to help him and watch him do this. He's a wonderful content creator for both YouTube and Twitch. Thick Fillet _ on Twitch. I believe Thick Fillet _ also on YouTube. And definitely make sure you guys check him out. He's amazing.
Absolutely. And again, another person wonderful to have on the team. He broke down the math of it. I can't think of anybody who would be... The only person that comes to mind is Lazy Data and maybe Psychotic Wolf are the only other two people who are so in tune with what goes on with the math behind this game that they would take the time to break all of that down and actually put it out there for the world to see, because these are typically hidden values. Like, Gearbox is not going to share this with everybody, nor are they going to confirm or deny that that's actually how it goes. But there's enough proof out there via all of these people testing this equation now to understand exactly how these variables are calculated. And it's cool. It's great to see. And we're kind of in their debt because we utilize those calculations every time we create a new build.
Yeah, seriously. I never really understood the math until that episode of Ultimate Vault Hunter, because I always knew there was a lot of math. We've been fortunate enough to be able to interview the devs sometimes on this show and ask them questions, and they've explained some of the math behind the scenes. Like when you shoot one bullet, there's multiple calculations and multiple equations happening and multiple things that go into that one bullet and the damage that it does and all of the things happening. But I never really truly understood it until Thick put it like literally in front of my face, and I'm looking at this like ginormous, crazy equation of doom, and it's just wonderful. It's really cool and interesting to see that, to understand how much goes into all of the damage that you do and all of the sort of all of the things that you visually experience in the game. It's really interesting to me. So it was cool to learn that. It's cool to have people in the community break that down for us and explain it.
So, there's one more. This is a person who's been in chat the entire time we have been live today for this particular episode of the Bordercast, airing on August 4th, the year of our Lord 2020. This man has been here the whole time in this chat. And I bet they have been waiting for this moment. One more.
We're so sorry to make you wait the whole time.
There will be more after this, but not today.
Yes, more coming.
But the last teammate to join in this wave, Depriestacles. Or Depriestacles. I still go back and forth between the two of them because I love doing it.
We're not sure how to pronounce your name. Is it Depriestacles or Depriestacles?
I like Depriestacles, but I also like Depriestacles. Because is it Depriestacles like testicles, or is it Depriestacles like Thundercles, which is a Brack Show reference, which only 2 people listening to this show will get? Yeah, I thought it was
Depriestacles. Okay, yes. Awesome. Like tickles. Thank you. In chat, he typed it out for us. Deep Reese Tickles. Okay. Thank you very much. That was very clear. It was wonderful.
It's a good breakdown. It's a very good breakdown. Yes.
Seriously, thank you so much for hanging out and being an amazing content creator in this community. I would love to have Depriestacles. Okay, I'm gonna get this wrong every time.
You got it.
On the Bordercast. I hope sometime in the near future, so we could get to know him better and introduce him to the community at large, because I don't think as many people know about him, and he deserves your attention because he's awesome. Seriously, really, really, really awesome. So hopefully we'll get to know you more in the near future.
A lot of people have been asking for Depriestacles to be on the show. And that kind of segues into what we're actually going to talk about now. Part of being on the team, as some of you may know, or at least assumed, is we are looking forward to building out this channel, the Borderlands channel here on Twitch, as well as the one on YouTube. We're looking for ways to create more independent programming and bringing people on to be parts of that programming. That is the project that we have right now at the Bordercast. That's what we're doing with Ultimate Vault Hunters. And right now, I've got ideas in my head about what we'd want to do for further programming down the line. Do I want to talk about it? I can't really yet, but I can tell you right now that there are some really cool ideas with some really cool people who could do some really cool shows. One of which I've talked about with Tess, because she's nodding and smiling because she knows what it is.
I'm excited. That's all I can say.
And I really, really like that idea. It's one of my favorites. So
hopefully we can make it happen for you guys in the relatively near future and share it with you.
Yes. And so part of being on the show means that you are kind of like fast track to be able to come onto the Bordercast, because we vet everybody who comes onto this program for whatever reasons that we need to, just like any professional show. We need to make sure that you're not going to come on and do all things, blah, blah, blah. And so that's why we trust people like Tweety. We trust people like Moxie. We trust people like the Priestacles. Like, all of those things factor into who we bring on the team. Are you positive? Do you contribute to the community in a magnanimous way? Are you somebody that people look up to? Have you contributed? What do you do? Do you do art? Do you do YouTube videos? Do you do a stream? It can be any of those things. That's why it's not just limited to streamers anymore. It's not just the 10 of us. There's so many more opportunities now for you to become a part of this. And Tess and I would love to hear from you, all of you out there, whether you think somebody should join the team so you can speak on their behalf and we'd love to look into them, or if you are a content creator and you're listening to this right now and you think you'd be a good fit for the team, and I've had a few people approach me already about that and they're looking good, that's something we can do too, where we can check them out, do this process, look at these people. Are they positive? Are they wonderful? Do they make people smile? Do they love Borderlands? That's the most important thing, of course. Yeah. Do they love Borderlands? And you know what? Most of those people are people that we're either looking at or people that we've brought on today, like the 5 names we just listed right now.
Yeah, and definitely an important thing to underscore is it's not just streamers anymore. We have Glitching Queen, who's a YouTube creator. We hope to get to know more creators on other platforms. Whether you, like Mitsu said, you do art, you do cosplay, stuff like that. We'd just like to get to know more of the Borderlands community because it's so vast and it's so awesome. There are so many amazing people in this community, and we just want to get to know you guys more. Definitely feel free to reach out to us on Twitter, on our streams, in Discord, wherever. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Mm-hmm. And just in case you don't believe me, you think I'm blowing smoke up your ass right now, that I'm not out there and I'm not looking, 3 names are in the top of my mind right now of people that we are looking at, or at least I'm looking at to further them down the line. Ready? Birdman, who some of you may know. Mystic Siren, who I really liked. She was really funny. And as of last night, Rectifex. I'm thinking that these are really nice people. Check them out. Let us know what you think of them. I've been watching. I really like them a lot. Maybe they'll wind up as part of it. Maybe they won't. But you know what? Those are 3 names of great people right now that are in our community that are up and comers that you should take a look at too. On top of all the people that we've added to the team now and all the names of all the people that you already know. Psychotic Wolf, Triple G's, you know who they are. Maybe they'll join the team in the future too.
We hope. Lazy Dad has been on the team since the very beginning, and he's also incredibly awesome. And definitely, I'm sure you guys know other members of the team that are currently on the team. We're all just excited to work with more people, more of you guys, more of the community. There's so many good people out there, and we want to bring you all in for a big virtual, socially distant group hug. So that is the plan. That's what we're working on. Hopefully more people join, and it'll be really awesome.
And the most important thing, because I see this in chat and I'll repeat it one more time. You want to be a part of the team? Get out there, create content. Doesn't matter what it is. Draw art, write blog posts about how, like, things that you love about the game, aspects of the game that you think people should know about. You know what this community needs? Here, you want to really get my attention out there in TV land? We need a lore master. We need one person who is world renowned in this community for breaking down the lore of Borderlands. That's what we need. So if you know the name of a good lore master, or you are a good lore master out there, hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter. Slide in my DMs. Let me know who you are. Because God help me, we really need one. And that is something I really would look forward to talking with somebody about. Yeah. We talk about story all the time here, Tess, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We love talking about the story. We love talking about the history, and we love talking about all of the characters. And I want more lore. I want more story. Like, the more story, the better. So somebody that can really deep dive into it and speak knowledgeably about it would be amazing. So if that's you, definitely let us know.
Yeah. And so, streaming, YouTube videos, content. I don't care what it is. I just want to see passion, positivity, love, and charity. Those are the things that I value when I'm looking for somebody who I'd want to talk about. And the names of all these people that we've talked about today, all of those people fit that bill. All of them. And I believe in every single one of them. So if you have a name in mind, please, by all means, hit me up on Twitter. Let me know. I'd love to look into them even further. There's a lot of great people out there, and I know there's even more just waiting to be discovered. And Tess and I want to do everything we can to be a part of that process.
Yeah, we just want to help you guys out. We want to make sure that the community at large gets to know those people. We want to get to know those people. We want to, connect everybody. Like I said, lots and lots of awesome, big, virtual, socially distant group hugs.
And fingers crossed that one day they won't have to be socially distant anymore. Yeah, because, I guess I'm kind of fortunate. I get to hug my wife, but I would like to hug other people too, because I love people.
Someday.
And I love this community. Someday. When it's safe. Yeah. When it is safe. Oh boy. All right. I guess it's about that time, isn't it, Tess?
Yeah. You guys, thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate it so much. Every week we get to talk to you guys about this game that we love, this world that we love, of Borderlands and the Borderlands community, and we just appreciate you chilling with us and asking us questions and letting us know about things and bringing you, tidbits from the devs as much as we can and news about teammates as much as we can and all of this good stuff. So thank you for being amazing. Right back at you guys.
Yeah. Everybody's been wonderful, and your support means the world to us. Thank you guys so much. However you're listening, and we'll cover that in a second. But first, Bounty Blood, it's out right now. You guys probably know about it. It's a DLC. It's East meets West. There's Western themes and Eastern themes. Everybody calls each other Tomodachi. I love it. It's really good. Play it right now. Guardian Takedown, still waiting to challenge players. It's a lot of fun. There's guns at the end of it. Plus, there's this guy named Scorch. He gets really mad when you try and kill him, so kill him because it's really funny. Oh, boy. Borderlands Legendary Collection. It saved me while I was flying all the way to Canada. Trust me. It really, really helped keep me sane while I was sitting in an airport wearing a mask, hoping I wasn't going to get COVID. God willing, I didn't. Oh, boy. Okay, that's it. There's so much Borderlands. Go, do things. Tess, where can I find you?
Thank you guys again. Seriously, if you enjoy the show as much as we love doing it, definitely please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you're checking out the Facebook page as well. I know we're streaming to Facebook right now. Ultimate Vault Hunter will be on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and Steam if you're watching on Steam this Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you can listen to us as well on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn, Google Music, and Stitcher. Whole bunch of different podcast sites. This episode will be available a couple hours or less after we air, so soon. Definitely feel free to check that out. Thank you so much for being here. We are here every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern or 1 p.m. Pacific. And thank you guys so much for being here with us.
Yay, I get to say it again. You said it last week. That was
good.
good.
It was nice.
Yeah. On behalf of Tess, myself, and the entire content creator team, thank you so much for joining us as you do every single week. Now go forth and make some mayhem.